Hello. Hello. How are you guys doing? All right, let's get in. Wow, it's very quiet. And my dog just snored or done something there. I don't know which else. I'm hearing Speed Demon by Michael Jackson. Headed for the border, it's on my mind, nothing really matters. I got to be on time. Look in my rear view mirror. Is he high on my tracks? Is he getting nearer? He said something about it being on his back. Maybe the cop. Speed Demon. What are you trying to escape? I feel like it's an energy of you don't want someone to change their mind about something, so it's just like let me go on and cash out now because this person gonna change their mind. And I ain't trying to get caught or stuck with no bill or nothing. Pull over, boy, and get your ticket right. Yeah, something could end up getting you caught up if you're not careful, Gemini, regarding some sort of partnership, maybe a deal or something that could be coming in here. Trust your intuition. If you know this person does not have the correct character or work ethic or whatever it is that you require, and that you look for, don't doubt yourself. You know, just keep that space clear so the right person can come in. Don't just take that person because they could do this, but they're faulty in that, because you're going to end up paying a price for that too, when you could have exactly what you want. Okay. Welcome to my newbies. Hello to my oldies. My name is Diamond and you are watching Pretty Blind Eyes. The readings held on this channel are for entertainment purposes only. The discussions held on this channel should not be taken as literal advice. I am legally blind, so I do read Braille on my cards to decipher what they are, but I'm an over-intuitive reader. In the description box below, you can find several ways to interact with me, one of which is availability to book private readings. That calendar is open. Thank you guys for all the love, support, gifts, donations, journeying with me, and patience. Okay. There are readjustments and upgrades happening at the PBE School. You should start to see them through October. Hopefully everything will be solidified by mid-November, but you know how God's timing is. But as we journey along, I will keep you guys, you know, I'll give you guys the heads up, keep you guys on top of things to let you know what's coming, so you could decide on, you know, whether you want to stay or not once it's complete. All right, so let's get into this. Yeah, they're really playing. Ooh, I'm smelling wintergreen lifesavers, or is that like Vicks Vapor Rub? Wow, that was very specific. So you guys, something with your chest. Aquarius, it was their upper back. Bearing your body. To me, it feels like there's some sort of soak you're going to have to take your body through. It reminds me of when you get chicken pox and you have to have an oatmeal bath kind of thing. So maybe, yeah, maybe you guys are just being pulled to like, you know, soak to rejuvenate the body and ground yourselves. Yeah, there's heartache here. 3 of Swords, Ace of Wands, 3 of Wands with the 7 of Wands. Oh, goodness. Oh goodness. Yeah, there could be some there could be some things that's going to come up that just, it won't be like the news. You won't like the news. Let me see. This is very mysterious and you guys aren't getting that many cards. You know, you're not. I do feel like, I do remember you guys was last getting a lot of business energy. So for that to come out at first, again, just be careful. Like if this hasn't happened yet, then just be mindful. Don't settle. Don't settle with like partnerships just to have something when you could have everything. You know, 3 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, Magician card with the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, wow. I was flowing with all the other ones. This is tricky. So this tells me again, you're going to feel confused. You're going to try to figure out, where did I go wrong? This could also be you just reflecting on your life as a whole. Like, you know, why did I invest this much time here when I could have did this or that? Now look at me. You know, and a lot of times what triggers this, Gemini, is like, again, once you arrive to the results of things, then it's like, damn, I should have kept a more open mind, or I should have invested in myself more. And I think you're going to start to pray to be more aware of when you're getting off track, so that you won't go too far with something and then feel like it's just too late, right? So basically, you'll learn how to pray for signs and clarity when you're off, in hopes that spirit stops you before you get too wrapped up in things. And then it's like, okay, now I got to really start over. At least if I would have caught certain things, I would only have to alter. See, damn, all this change. 5 of Cups, 5 of Swords, 2 of Wands. You feel backed in a corner. Queen of Wands with the Chariot card. Yeah, I feel like you're going to feel like people peeled off on you. Like, these could be specific females. But energetically, I'm not going to lie, I keep getting these partnerships. You need to be careful. Don't be going into business with these people just because they talk good, or because they're the only ones that showed up to your ad. You know what I'm saying? You put an ad in the paper, you ain't got to go for the first people to call. You know what I'm saying? Like, make them put in an application so you can judge their character. You know? So it's time for that kind of thing. You're not supposed to just put up with anything, Gemini. This goes for anything, your relationships, your partnerships, whatever. But this feels like some business stuff these people could snatch and run. So maybe it won't, maybe you're thinking to do it, but then maybe you're picking up on them trying to do this to you before you could do it to them. King of, you got some shady business partners. King of Cups with the Strength card. And the Devil card, I'm telling you. And I feel like this happens to you a lot. Maybe you join groups and organizations and everything, and these damn establishments never go anywhere. And I feel like you're just tired of that. You're tired of being a part of things, or having all these big plans for projects and stuff, and it never works. You know, and it's just like, how do I find quality people? You know, you got to get out of the sadness. First, you got to work through knowing that all of that was trial and error, right? And then getting yourself into a happy space where then you could keep your space cleansed to attract these quality people. They're right there. Look at the collective reading. Like I told y'all in the collective reading, nothing is gone anywhere. Everything that you're supposed to have is right there. It's about perception. It's about how you open your mind, what you open your mind up to, what you focus your mind on, you know? And that's what creating your own reality means. It's like, how are you going to mold your perception? You know, how are you going to train your perception? How are you going to maintain it to where you could keep realigning yourself to goodness to then attract it? Yeah, so a lot of heavy love. So some of you may have Aquarius as your moon arising, because I feel Aquarius's messages in yours very heavily here. So let's look at your love, Gemini. You do look pooped. You look pooped, you look let down, you look sad, you know. I'm hearing misunderstood, but I feel like you haven't expressed yourself in a way where people could feel connected to you to understand you, too. So I think on your end, channeling, it's important for you to find ways to be more expressive instead of, because I see a lot of y'all are expressive, but it's in a creative way where you're still using your creativity to mask how you really feel, so that way, if something comes up, you can run. But the whole key is, whatever it is you express, you want to connect with it and believe in it so much that, hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to run. When I'm naked, I'm vulnerable here. I'm just going to show myself. So I'm in your love. So this is why love could be so left field for you at times, is because if you ever like start to get to know people and you wonder why the conversations may die off, well, it's because, you know, sometimes you're dealing with people that ain't quality conversationalists too. And for you as an air sign, that's an important quality for a lot of air signs, you know. But for some of you, maybe it's you. Maybe you're not being yourself. And being yourself would mean, you know, sharing things that cross your mind or things that you find for that intellectual stimulation. And so that's why these people run off from you, or You know, because you haven't found, I feel like a lot of y'all listen more to podcasts than other people's commentary, but you're supposed to have your own. You're supposed to be creating these or be on these platforms creating educational things or expressing yourself and all of that. And that's where the blockages are coming in at. And with this let me see here. You have the Page of Swords, the Knight of Cups. You know, and they're saying you got to ask the right questions to these people too. So even to those of you who are the ones that's not the quality conversationalists, you're probably just saying, hey, what's up? But you're afraid to ask them what you want because it's like, oh, maybe that's too personal. No, be yourself. Be yourself. So that you can connect with the right person that's not going to mind, that's going to love you for you. How can anybody love you for you if you're not being yourself? You know, you got to be yourself. So you're expecting people to love you for you and they don't even know you. They don't know it. You don't let them in. And the way you can do that is to not be afraid to express. And you can't hide it behind artistic flares. King of Pentacles. You have to use those artistic platforms or qualities to be yourself, though. You know, don't just watch other people do it. I mean, it's important for you to watch it at first to learn from it and to give you inspiration. But 9 times out of 10, you're probably meant to do it. And you're probably trying to figure out, how do I get past this point? How do I peak? How do I attract the right people? King of Pentacles, World card with the Queen of Pentacles here. Damn, like I told you, it's right there under your nose, Gemini. Look, 9 of Cups is right there under your nose. It's a small world. Chariot card with the 8 of Wands. Yeah, your life could change very drastically the moment you align with your higher good. Your higher good is that of, since we're in your love section, is being yourself. Just being yourself. And if you forgot how to do that, which you never forget how to be yourself, you more so remember how to turn it off. Forget how to turn it on. Forget how to turn it on. Just disconnect with all the barriers you put around yourself just to blend in or to not be judged. If you think of doing something and you think like, oh, people are going to think that's whack, then do it. Then just do it then. Anything you tell yourself people won't like, do it. A lot of people became great inventors and millionaires off of that. So, yep, you'll want to check out the collective reading because that was in a collective reading too. Millionaires by accident. 5 of Swords, 7 of Wands. 5 of Swords, 7 of Wands, Strength card. I told you, a lot of you has to do with platforms of communication here. So podcasts, radio, TV and film, documentaries, biodocs, docu-series, things like that. Writing, maybe a book. But I feel a lot of you, this is visuals, film and TV or audio. More visual and audio is what I'm getting here. So in love, there's a match right there up under your nose. Just as solid as you are, but it's like y'all are not, y'all in the same world, but y'all are not connecting with yourselves in order to connect with each other. You're too outside of yourselves, but it's right there. Some of these could be your neighbors. Some of them show up to places you show up. They said it's a small world after all. So to me, it just feels like you probably feel like all these people in the world and I ain't found love yet. See that perception? Instead of thinking, oh, that man, it's a small world. My person could be right here in my backyard. You see how they need you to flip your mind frame, your perception. Ace of Cups, Moon card with the Hangman. No, I'm sorry. I was so dramatic about it too. The 6 of Swords. So again, some of you may have Aquarius in your moon and rising because Aquarius got a lot of heart chakra space work, a lot of astrology work to do this month. And it showed a lot of heavy nurturing moon energy. So water energy and water sign energy. And some of you just may have this in, a water sign in your moon and rising too. However, the way you're going to get here is that you have to surrender to me, it feels like your astrology isn't as strong as Aquarius's though. Ooh, and I just felt faint. It's like floating. You know what I'm saying? Just getting in the water and letting the water lift your body. You know, the way we all first learned the basic technique of swimming. You know? Going with the flow, the perception again, looking at the cup as half full instead of half empty. It's that. All right? All right. Well, Gemini, my name is Diamond. You're watching Pretty Blind Eyes, and I'll see you next go round. Bye.